What's up, everybody? Welcome to HDpiano. My name is Kale, and in today's lesson we're going over Love by Lana Del Rey. In this part 1 video, I'll be teaching you how to play the verse and the pre-chorus to the song. Here's how those sound. So there you have it, just some chords and a couple little rhythmic things to learn, but nothing too complicated. Now before we dive into this lesson, I've got a question for everybody tuning in out there. Now speaking of love, what's your favorite love song? Comment below with the title, and maybe we can teach some of those as lessons in the future. We'd love to see what you guys have to say. Okay, so let's start with this verse. We're going to play mostly left hand for the first half of the verse, starting with a B flat. I'm going to play a nice big stack of fifths. So we have a B flat with our pinky, an F with our pointer finger, and another B flat with our thumb. And that's going to happen with an eighth note rhythm. Now if you're not familiar with eighth notes, no worries. So a quarter note is our basic unit of rhythmic measurement. And if we're counting our beats, like 1, 2, 3, 4, quarter notes would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in this song we're using eighth notes, which get 2 hits to a beat. So if you're counting quarter notes the same way, eighth notes would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in order to count those, since we're getting an extra hit per beat, we usually count them like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So there's a 1 and an and for the 2 eighth notes that signify and occur on beat 1. So for this song, we're only going to be using the and of beat 2 to play our rhythm. So we're going to play our chord on beat 1, and then once we get to beat 2, we're going to count 2 and play this chord again on the and of 2. That'll sound like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So this type of motif is going to continue throughout pretty much the entire song. We're going to do it first on this B flat, and then after that we're going to move down to an F. So we have an F with our pinky, a C with our pointer, and another F with our thumb. And we're going to do that same rhythm. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. Then we're going to move up to a G cluster, so G, D, and G. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then finally we're going to move down to an E flat cluster. So we have an E flat with our pinky, a B flat with our pointer, and another E flat with our thumb. And we'll also play 1, 2, and 3, 4. So that's the first half of the verse. Let's try playing that together really slowly, and then we'll tackle the pre-chorus. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Cool, so pretty straightforward. Now let's talk about the pre-chorus a little bit. So we're going to add a few more notes in the pre-chorus. We're going to add our right hand to the mix as well. And our very first chord is going to be an F sus4. So we keep our F cluster that we learned before, an F, a C, and an F in the left hand. And in the right hand, let's put our pointer finger on B flat and our middle finger on C. And we're going to do that same rhythm. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. Just like that. Then after that, we're going to move down to an E flat major chord. So take that E flat cluster that we learned in part 1. And we're going to add a G with our thumb and a B flat with our middle finger in the right hand. And do that same rhythm. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So we have F sus4, 1, 2, and 3, 4 to E flat major. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Then after that, we're going to move down to C minor, so we're going to have just a C octave in the left hand. So a C with our pinky and a C with our thumb. And then in the right hand, let's play an E flat with our pointer finger and a G with our ring finger. And do the same rhythm. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. Then after that, we're going to do the same thing again. 1, 2, and 3. And on beat 4, we're just going to move up to an E flat octave with our left hand again. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. Just like that. And then that part pretty much repeats to finish out the pre-chorus. So we have our F sus4 again, down to E flat major, and down to C minor. But we just hold out this last C minor. So beat 1, we hold it out for all 4 beats. Let's try running this pre-chorus together really slowly, and then you'll have tackled pretty much half the song. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Hold. And that's it. You've pretty much learned the pre-chorus. Now, one thing before we move on in this lesson. And the second pre-chorus, we're going to play things just a little differently. Instead of doing our 1, 2, and rhythm, we're just going to hold out our F sus and E flat chords. So it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and then we add the rhythm. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, back to the rhythm. 1, 2, and 3, 4, hold. So basically it's the same exact thing, we're just holding out the F sus4 and the E flat chord every time it comes around. But other than that, great job! You've learned the verse and pre-chorus to Love by Lana Del Rey. Please consider subscribing below and also following us on Twitter at HDpiano. You can tweet your song requests to us using the hashtag HDrequests. Also, please consider liking us on Facebook, where we're posting a bunch of great piano content. Be sure to head over to HDpiano.com, home of the hybrid piano lesson, for part 2 of this series, where we cover the bridge and the chorus to this song. See you guys then.